sector are in the deeper shelves. Descend and keep your weapons close.
Hive, taken, fallen who never made it off Titan, driven out of their minds. Down here, not much has changed for me.
I wondered why the Elixni here flew no banners. You really think nothing has changed, even with Asa?
It's the same fight, Saladin. The pieces move around, the lines inch back and forth, but this still just feels like attrition.
One of Xivu Arath's most prevalent tactics. But that's all it is. You feel attrition because she imposes it. We will outlast her.
Okay, partner. Get drilling while I get loud and make a diversion for you.
I see a drill running low. Take care of it. Sights in this sector are in the deeper shelves. Descend and keep your weapons close. You're moving out of standard transmat range now. Quick response fire team support unavailable. You're alone from here.
Trudging along the seafloor has been churning up a lot of memories. A lot of long nights in the open darkness. Almost didn't come back a few times. Almost didn't want to.
But your actions led you to this point. Those near misses are lessons learned. Now you have that benefit. Fire team, you're about to find contact. Enemy force carries stolen mission-critical resources. Recover them. samples are irradiated. Quarantine them for retrieval. Sites in this sector are the deeper shelves. Descend and keep your weapons close.
All egregore samples are safe in containment. Ready to punch a hole out of here?
Eldorath! Taken from bones, chiseled by loss! Rise! A test of metal!
You've cleared all known extraction points in the sector. Surface and debrief fire team.
Do you think your new Scion friends could help move this process along, Saladin?
I brought that question to them as well. They've expressed a great deal of concern about melding with a worm.
They don't trust her.
Trust isn't the issue. Their concern is safety. Your bond and taken affliction ground you. But for them, it would be more like touching a live wire. Asa's connection to the darkness would open them to others who could be watching, assuming it doesn't kill them outright.
This is awful.
Sure is. You ever been outside of Seoul?
Never had a reason to.
Can't say I recommend it. Saw some stuff while I was out there. Bad stuff. A world colder than you can imagine. Creatures that suppressed the light. My crew. Let's just say we wore out our welcome. Creatures started closing in. Trigger fingers got itchy. Some of us froze to death. A lightless, final death. The others, they didn't go so quiet. Not until I shut them up. Not sure how long I stayed after that. Had to mod my ghost to survive. Used the parts from... I did what it took to get off-world. And now I'm here.
I'm no stranger to combat, but... How did you leave it all behind?
I didn't. Some things you carry with you forever. But eventually, they stop feeling too heavy to lift.
Thanks for the drink, Drifter.
Anytime, Sloan.
Saint. What is it? I'm busy.
Does Title know you use her ship to jam my messages to the Deputy Commander?
This. Sloan doesn't want your help. We're allowed to carry our own burdens.
You and I do not speak for years. When a battlefield brings us together, you choose to lecture. I am not one of your iron beasts, Saladin. Do not treat me as a pupil.
Then don't act like one. You've been alive too long to be this naive.
There is no shame in asking for help, nor harm in offering it.
She isn't asking.
Is that why you don't? I see a friend drowning, their armor pulling them down, so I lift them up from the water, yes?
Sloan held Titan lightless during the Red War. She thrives under pressure.
Tell me, Saladin, are you not doing the same as me?
That's preposterous.
You shield Sloan against my overbearance, do you not? Did she ask you to do that?
You're not turning this back onto me.
You are softer than the Cabal think. More like fluffy dog than iron wolf.
Point taken. I'll remove the jamming signal. Just trust enough to let her learn to swim before you dive in after her.
I will temper my outreach to Sloan. A little. Perhaps I will shift those efforts to opening your heart, Lord Valas. I win! Goodbye, Saladin.
Anathema. Calamity. That which cannot, must not come to pass. A wordless denial. A fleeting God. Betrayal. And escape. The pursuit for the final shape.
We're almost there. My link with Asa feels crystal clear. It's a little frightening, but strangely comforting, too. A lot changed while I was gone. It feels like the entire universe moved on without me, and now I'm struggling to catch up. Old enemies became new allies. New enemies wield the light against us. And old allies. Friends. Like Amanda. Sometimes I wonder, if I returned to the tower, would it even be my home anymore? Or would I just be a phantom? A forgotten memory wandering its streets at night? Xivu Arath's voice keeps telling me I don't belong there. That the battlefield is my home. That it always has been. Maybe she's right. Maybe reliving what I went through over and over again is a way for me to stay in familiar territory. To remain in the hell that I know. And avoid the one I dread. Either way, the mission comes first. I have to see it through to the end, regardless of where I end up when it's done.
I see you. You see me too? Ha! Good, good. Then it is all working. You, me, this projector. Even if we sometimes falter. There is a war building in Sloane's eyes. One that Xivu Arath will exploit, as she did with Osiris. Savathun wore his face, but it was Xivu Arath who took his light. Her whips drove him into a frenzy, lured him into danger, forced Sagira's sacrifice, and left him to die. Now she twists my thoughts into thorns, draws out the faces of the suffering Elixni into my dreams. She whispers that I took pleasure in their pain. I see their eyes as they died by my hands, and they see me. She does not lie. She challenges what you hold as a strength. Osiris' ambition, my protection, Sloane's duty. I have felt how the right word, the right face, can incite one to violence. But I have changed. What she has taken, it will not break me. Sloane is no warrior of glass, but the war within her. Even stone crumbles under enough strife. Stay with her, Guardian, as I should have with Osiris. We must offer her what support we are able, even if she does not want it.
Another pyramid superweapon down for the count.
And another day protecting the throne world from destruction. Good work, Guardian.
figured with you and me being such good friends, you could go resolve it. Thanks, pal.
Wait. This looks like a cavern, but it's not. It's one of the Hive's organic buildings. Any idea what we're looking at, Finch?
No, but the Hive don't dress things up for fun. If they disguise this, whatever it is, it's because they feel like there's something worth hiding.
Then we'll get to the bottom of it.
Saladin Forge. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Just thinking about the bad old days, like you said. And that bar you used to tend at the base of Fellwinter Peak. You went by Wu Ming, as I recall. Made some coin selling drinks to the Iron Lords. Then spent it hiring them to do jobs on the side. Remember all of that?
Yeah, I remember. You left out the part where you threatened to burn it down.
Maybe I should have. I never asked you why you ran that little operation. What did you stand to gain?
With how your pack of wolves tipped their bartender, not much. That place never got too busy, but I had my regulars, and they all had their problems. Some of them just weren't that easy to see from on top of a mountain. Maybe I wanted to call them to your attention.
Ah, so you had a better perspective.
Not better, just different.
I suppose I can see the value in that.
Everything's got value, old wolf. You just gotta know where to look.
Our minds are one, linked by the darkness. But only for a moment. I must borrow Sloane's voice to speak my words. Please, heed them well. Before you can confront the witness, you must understand it. The witness's first victims were once like you, struggling for survival, bolstered by hope, until their hopes became reality. They called it the Gardener, their deity of life. It ushered them into a golden age. For eons they prospered. But their newfound god never spoke to them. It lavished them with gifts, but not with guidance. And though they lived in paradise, they came to crave a greater purpose. They desired meaning, structure, a winnower, to shape the garden. Their scholars discovered that the Gardener shared a connection with another entity among the stars. They called it the Veil, and when they found it, they arrived to claim it. They already knew much about the light, how it could bend the laws of the universe and create life. But they came to realize that it could bring ruin just as easily. The cosmic events it set in motion could wipe out entire civilizations in a heartbeat, without reason. And so they saw the light, not as a source of prosperity, but of unfettered chaos. By studying the Veil, they came to know the darkness. A power that was shaped by thought and consciousness. And in the darkness, they found the means to carve away the chaos of existence, to calcify it into a final shape, eternal and perfected. They brought the Veil back to the Gardener in an attempt to strengthen their connection. There, they could reshape reality itself. The gardener would not allow it. And so it fled their world. But they would not be deterred. Having witnessed the truth in the darkness, they used its binding power to merge themselves into the salvation they craved. Thus began the Witness's pursuit. Its campaign to impose meaning on a meaningless universe. One that is nearly at its end.
Well, now we've heard what Asa had to tell us. We know our enemy better than ever. To think that it all started with the need for purpose. How that need became an obsession. What bothers me most is how much I understand it. This mission, it's my purpose, my reason for being. My guiding light. Without it, I'm lost. I don't know who I am or what I'm supposed to do. And that lack of direction, it's harder to face than 1,000 battles. I felt the same about my previous mission when I held the line on Titan. And if I'm being honest, it feels like I failed. I survived, but for what reason? What was it all meant to achieve? The only answer I've found is to learn what Asa knows. If I can do that, it will all have been worth it. Our link ended before Asa could explain how to get through the portal. The bond took its toll. But we'll both be ready again soon. When that time has come and gone, then I can feel like I accomplished the mission.
Change of plans. Xivu Arath struck while you were returning from the dive. Hive deception slipped through our guard, and Asa was targeted by a Hive ritual. Xivu Arath's voice tore through the air like a wall of swords. We think it wounded Asa, but she swam off to try and interrupt the ritual before we could do anything. Zavala and Sloan are tracking her to the ritual site, and I am mobilizing the Iron War beasts to support them. We need you in the fight, Guardian. I'm sending coordinates to your ghost, but we have no idea what to expect there. Deploy to the ritual site and disrupt the Hive. The hunt is on. Commander, we've picked up Asa's trail deep below Kraken Mar, behind Xivu Arath's battle lines.
Understood. The Deputy Commander, Saint, and I will set up a perimeter to draw the Hive's attention. Then the Guardian can break through unscathed.
The Iron War Beasts prepare to support our assault. Say the word.
Keep them in reserve until the Guardian has eyes on Asa.
Daylight's burning, and she's in pain. I can feel it.
I'll find you on the field, Sloan. Hit your marks, and we'll get this done. Move out.
Fire team, check in. I've reached my position on the left flank. I've encountered a ritual.
I'm setting up on the right. Looks like a smaller ritual site here, too.
Pushing toward the commander's position now.
My drop pod is deployed to your location, Sloan. Drifter, you're on tack.
Well, all right. Taking energy, spiking up ahead of you, hero.
That must be Asa. Ah! My arm! Whatever they're doing, it's getting worse. If we're gonna do something about it, now's the time!
Guardian, start pushing forward. As soon as Saladin's pod hits ground, we launch our diversion.
Pod grounded. I'm in position.
Guardians, strike! Team, report! Saint and I hold the left flank!
It is working. We draw them off the Guardian.
Enemy reinforcements flooding the right flank. We're holding.
This line doesn't fall back.
Okay, hotshot. It's all you now. Found the long girl. Guardian's almost there. Dropping a ping to the fire team.
Taking fire! Repositioning!
I've got you.
They are overrunning our position! Zavala! Drop pods and focus fire on their ritualists! No one gets past us!
Wait. These rituals... They're trying to take Asa!
Keep your taking pants on. I ain't never seen a ritual our walking tank couldn't smash. That's a whole lot of magic. And I bet those wizards are holding the reins. Get in there and start breaking things. Every wizard you put in the dirt makes a dent. Plug away, hero.
Asa just got a second wind, Guardian. Whatever you're doing, keep it up.
Position.
Warrior of the sky.
Hold on, Asa. We're coming!
The coward flesh must be taken.
Excellent work, Guardian. Fire team, check in.
Down to a sword, but Hive and Taken forces routed.
They will not run far. So many Titans. We encircle them like impenetrable walls. Ha!
Clear your zones, and fall back to defensive positions around Asa as she swims back to the arcology.
Consider it done. War beasts, you fought well. Extra rations for all.
What's Asa's status?
I've got an eye on her, and I'm shipping a transmat beacon your way. Hold on to your boots.
Zivorath's forces are in full retreat.
Good. Time to complete the mission.
Our dance will never end. I am war. You carry my banner. Cling to me like hope. What are you without me? Sink into my embrace. Drown in the deep. Fight forever.
Stand down, Deputy. Sometimes the battle is stepping away from the battle. We're with you all the way.
The true path lies obscured, but she knows the way. She who hides truth in deception. The Witch Queen must rise.
We're lying on Sabathu. This is what it's come to.
Tell me you're not serious.
I am. Asa has given us a way to follow the witness.
This cannot be the only way.
Everyone in this room understands the risks. But we finally have a path forward. We can't wait for another.
The Empress won't take kindly to this news.
You stand on her counsel. Convince her.
I cannot watch the Witch Queen rise again, Zavala. To scheme against us. To steal another face? No!
She won't be given the opportunity. Eris and Ikora will keep the situation under our control.
Imaru isn't one to be baited into a trap.
Not a trap. A bargain. We're all against the witness. Savathun's ghost has no choice but to cooperate.
I'll convey your decision and assurances to the Empress. Commander, Guardians.
We tried to control the Witch Queen before. I saw how that ended, Zawala. It is a treacherous path. When she strays, as I know she will, even one claw.
My fist will be right behind yours.
I hope I am wrong. But right now, I cannot see how. Osiris will hear of this. I imagine he will have words too.
There's a long night ahead of us. Let's be the beacons others need to follow. At least until we make it through this.
We did it, Guardian. Cut a swath through the Taken and got the intel we needed. The mission is complete. I've waited a long time to say those words. And I used to dread the moment that comes after. But not anymore. I thought I needed the mission to draw my focus, to drown out all the noise. All of this. But not focusing on it doesn't mean it isn't there. It's a part of me now. I'll carry it with me wherever I go. And that's okay. I'm strong enough to shoulder that weight, especially if I don't have to do it alone. Asa's in hibernation now. All that strain on our psychic link has worn her out. Poor girl's earned some time to rest. She won't be alone, either. I'll camp out on Titan and watch over her. Just like she watched over me. That's not to say I'll never return to the tower. When I do, I know there'll be a place for me, and people to welcome me home. Take care, Guardian. And watch your back when you dig up Savathun. If you ever need to punch her lights out, you know where to find me.
The ever-forward march of time has a humorous way of looping in on itself. Doesn't it?
In some ways, a long-lived perspective makes it difficult not to see trends die and resurface.
Do you think that's how the witness sees us? Variations of potential, or lack thereof?
What's really on your mind?
Sloan. She is singularly focused on her mission. That type of focus. You forget to come up for air. It's like a death when it's over.
Your command can be an anchor. Keep her from drifting. That's what I tried to do for you.
I seem to recall pushing back against your methods quite often.
The Dark Age drove us to extremes. Your style of leadership is more refined than mine.
It wasn't long ago that I was your pupil. Since then, I'd like to think we've developed a trust beyond authority or duty. How did you foster that friendship while being my superior?
You're not listening, Zavala. I didn't. Remember, you left my tutelage. All I did was give you the lessons I thought you needed to survive. Nothing more.
You're saying I can't be all things?
I'm saying I can't tell you what you want, because our friendship was not of my making. When the Iron Lords fell, when the Red Legion caged the Traveler, when the pyramids filled our skies, my heart was not open. You were. Despite your doubts, others see you as a pillar of strength. They're drawn to the shade you provide. Just stay standing.
What cipher is this?
Checking now. Sound wave. Sign here.
I never thought I'd live to see the darkness return.
Interplanetary orbital sails.
What is it?
Processing.